When I told my friends I was going to Batanes, they all said the same thing. Wait, where's that? Is that still in the Philippines? Even my Filipino friends looked shocked. Apparently, going to Batanes isn't like hopping over to Boracay or Palawan. It's the kind of place that requires 3 flights, a backup plan, and a prayer to every saint in the archipelago just to make sure your plane doesn't cancel due to the weather. But I didn't care. I had seen the photos, rolling green hills, tiny stone houses, cows that look like they're posing for tourism posters, and I was determined to see it myself. So, I packed my sunscreen, a raincoat, because Batanes apparently has all 4 seasons in one day, and a dangerously overconfident attitude. The moment I stepped off the small propeller plane, the wind slapped me in the face like it was trying to wake me up. It wasn't the kind of gentle, welcome to paradise breeze you feel in tropical islands. It was a full-on, hold on to your wig girl kind of wind. And wow, Batanes was beautiful. Not Instagram beautiful. Real, quiet, soul-resetting beautiful. Everything looked like it came out of a painting. The hills rolled like soft waves, the sky looked too big to fit into one photo, and the people smiled like they'd known me for years. The airport staff didn't just hand me my luggage, they asked me where I was staying, how long I'd stay, and if I'd eaten. I said no, and they actually offered to drive me to town. Where else in the world does that happen? My host, a sweet Ivatan woman named Ate Lorna, welcomed me into her stone house in Basco. She was in her 50s, but moved like she had 10 clones doing house chores for her. She said I should call her Ate, which means older sister. I tried to say it properly, but it came out as Ate, which made her laugh for about 5 minutes straight. She cooked me lunch, uvud balls, made from banana pith, and flying fish. She didn't tell me it was flying fish until after I ate it, which was probably for the best. They don't fly anymore, she said, giggling, because we catch them before they do. After lunch, she lent me a bicycle. Yes, a bicycle, not a motorbike, and told me to explore the island. Just follow the road, she said. You can't get lost. There's only one. She was right. There's basically one road that circles the island, and every turn gives you a view that makes you want to stop, cry, and take 45 selfies. But then came the first challenge, the wind. Biking in Batanes is like joining the Tour de France, except the wind is your biggest opponent. Sometimes it pushed me forward so fast I thought I was an athlete. Other times it slapped me backward like, not today, girl. At one point, I stopped to catch my breath, and a local man passed by on a tricycle. He slowed down, gave me a thumbs up, and shouted, Laban lang! I didn't know what that meant then, but later I found out it means, keep fighting. And I swear, that became my personal Batanes motto. I reached a small village where the houses looked like something out of a medieval movie. They were made of stone and lime, built to survive typhoons. This is why Batanes people are strong, said a local woman I met there. Our houses and hearts are built the same way. She invited me to sit under a tree and eat camote, sweet potatoes. There was no cafe, no fancy restaurant, no Wi-Fi. Just her smile, and the sound of the ocean in the distance. She told me about how Batanes has almost no crime, and that people here leave their doors unlocked because everyone trusts each other. I joked, if I tried that in the US, I'd have a new roommate by morning. She laughed so hard she almost dropped her camote. That night, I stayed outside my homestay and looked at the sky. I swear, I've never seen stars that bright. It felt like someone spilled glitter across the entire universe. No city lights, no noise. Just me, the crickets, and the hum of the wind. Then the power went out. Apparently, that's normal in Batanes. The entire island goes dark every now and then. But instead of panicking, the neighbors came out with candles, shared snacks, and started telling stories. One guy even brought out a guitar and started singing Leaving on a Jet Plane. It was the most random, wholesome Filipino moment ever. The next day, I visited Marlborough Hills, named that because it looks like one of those old cigarette commercials, minus the cowboys. It's basically rolling green hills overlooking the ocean. I sat there, wind in my hair, cows around me, feeling like a music video star. Then one cow sneezed behind me and ruined the moment, but even that made me laugh. Everything in Batanes felt unpolished and pure, like it wasn't trying to impress anyone. It just existed, quietly, beautifully. On my last day, I went to the port to watch fishermen come in. They waved at me, asked if I wanted to try rowing the boat. I said yes, thinking it would be cute and cinematic. Spoiler, I fell into the water within 10 seconds. The whole port laughed, not in a mean way, just the kind of laughter that says, "Welcome to the club of tourists who underestimated the ocean." They helped me out, gave me a towel, and even offered me hot coffee. That's the thing about Batanes. You can embarrass yourself completely and still feel like you're part of the family. As my plane took off back to Manila, I looked down at the tiny green islands surrounded by blue. I realized something. Batanes doesn't change you by shocking you. It changes you by slowing you down. There's no nightlife, no mall, no chaos, just kindness, simplicity, and connection. It reminded me that happiness isn't about Wi-Fi bars or five-star hotels. It's about people who greet you like a sister, strangers who offer food without asking, and wines that push you forward when you want to give up. I arrived in Batanes thinking I was going to rate it. Instead, it rated me, and found me lacking in chill. So if you ever visit Batanes, come ready to lose your signal, your schedule, and your stress. Because in this tiny corner of the Philippines, you don't need Wi-Fi to connect. You just need heart.